Morning, guys. So we've had a little bit of difficulty the last couple of days. There was a massive storm here in Ontario, and we got hit with no power and stuff like that. So that's the reason these videos haven't been uploaded yet. We got in pretty late last night. And anyways, have everything up to date, hopefully this morning, right after we get back from the gym. Just FYI, that's the reason why stuff isn't uploaded yet. We got hit with a tornado all across Ontario, microbursts all over the place. So let's get into this narrative. I've got a bunch of shit to do this morning too. So right now, as you guys know, we're reacting to that sort of extreme demand level over to like the left-hand side. I believe it's a weekly demand. I don't see it holding very well. Obviously, we're having some form of a push that's happened. Now, basically what I'm looking at this morning is we have a couple different points that we can start to look for potential buys, as well as looking for some form of a sell position aligned with higher time frame intention. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but right now, as it stands, if I just go to the daily, we can look at something like this and say, obviously, like we're well into the premium. I'm looking to potentially see some form of a half decent sell coming in this region if and when that sort of gets up there. Intraday wise, I'm definitely looking at potentially longs. The only thing I don't like about taking longs just basically at this point is obviously we're pretty high in price. We're getting up into structural supply levels up here. Yeah, personally, it's not something that I'm like favoring just based on the fact that I don't want to be taking just longs this high up, right? It doesn't mean that there's not continuation trades to take, but you can see that we've grabbed all the liquidity above these highs. We've basically come into, I believe we're in this like little supply region right here after a large sweep. I don't know that this is going to hold. I'm going to consider it as a level that could potentially hold just based on the fact that we've just taken an abundance of liquidity above these highs, kind of resting across like this. So what it would look like for sells for me is basically I would like to see some form of a 15-minute chalk. You could potentially look at this as your change of character right here, depending on how aggressive you'd like to get with it. But yeah, I'm just looking to see how this sort of develops. Probably see a liquidation of this little high once we start pushing down. I am not looking for longs. Like I said, this high up in price personally is just not something that that fits my plan. Ideally, I want to play this pullback. Now, if and when we get involved in this, I would be looking, if I was looking for sells, of course, and obviously not just trying to pick a top, but just trying to understand what the market's next move is. Obviously, we would be counter structure against the M15 with the idea that pro trend is going to align for the 4-hour, right? So this is how we can kind of maneuver our way around in the flow charts to be able to say that this is technically a pro trend move that aligns with higher time frame intention. With that being said, you can see that we've just liquidated this high. We've come into, if we go over to the 15, we're now resting in sort of the extremity up here. Does this take liquidity? Yes, it does. Comes from a sweep. So yeah, we have some confluences built around this area, holding, maybe not, for certain or anything like that. But we should see some sort of a tradable reaction that might be available in this region. Like I said, if you guys want to take trades this high up in price, personally, it's just not something that correlates with my plans. So, proceed with caution. Obviously, like we've been on quite the run moving forward. But yeah, you just need to be very cautious as obviously we should be kind of ramped up for some form of a pullback at some point or another, right? So just what I would probably be doing at this point is just kind of allowing order flow to kind of realign and play into this deeper pullback at some point. That might not happen here. It might happen somewhere up in this region, which might be obviously the better region to sort of look for these sell positions. So as it stands right now, in theory, You are trading M15 pro trend. Okay, the trend is aligned basically from last time we broke the structure point, which is down in here. So if and when that sort of breaks, technically we could potentially see our trend reversal. But yeah, I might be a little bit more aggressive and get involved at something a little bit higher up in price here to then trade this into these levels, as I'm not particularly interested in trading long this high up in price. So that's essentially all I'm looking at this morning. Like I said, I will get back up to date with all of the different videos that need to be uploaded. They're all sitting in YouTube. They just need to be rendered. Unfortunately, they just didn't quite finish off due to us traveling and all that kind of stuff. So I will hopefully get these up right after the gym, and I will see you guys for the trade recap around 12 o'clock today. Have a good session. Trade safe.